Hey everybody, my name is Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. Today is Thursday, June the 27th, 2024, and this is Flosstube number 78, I think. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a channel where I talk about all my cross stitch and occasionally feature my cats. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. Thanks so much for following along and watching all this stuff. Tomorrow is my kid's birthday. He turns 14, one of my kids. He turns 14 tomorrow. Going into high school this year. Very freaky that I have a high schooler. And then my younger son, he goes into middle school this year. Wow. But anyway, so we're not doing a party. I don't do parties. I don't like doing parties. But what I do is I take them out to dinner at a place of their choosing within reason. Like nowhere that's gonna be like $500 or anything. So he wants to go to this all-you-can-eat sushi place that we used to go to when we lived in the apartment, because it was like right down the street and we haven't been there since we moved. So I told him, I was like, all right. I said, well, if you change your mind, just let me know. We can go somewhere else if you want. We were going to go tomorrow after I picked him up, but I'm going to take him down to my mom so that they can see her before my mom and stepdad go on vacation for 2 weeks. So we're going to go there, and then depending on what time we get done, we will either go out to dinner tomorrow night or Friday or Saturday night. So anyway, happy birthday to my son. So anyway, this is my board this week. I didn't work on a lot of projects. It's funny, now that I'm in the house, when I was in the apartment, I got more stitching done the weeks I did not have the kids. Now that I'm in the house instead of the apartment, now the weeks I don't have the kids, I don't get as much stitching done. It's weird how it flipped like that. But anyway, I worked on 6 projects. I got a decent amount of stitching done on them. So, I mean, I'm not mad about that. It's not like I worked on 6 projects with like 50 stitches each. I worked on 6 and I got, the lowest one was 400 stitches. So it's pretty good. So I'm going to show you my whips. I'm going to show you where I'm at with my whip of shame. We'll get my board marked off. We'll draw new projects for next week. And then I also, excuse me, we're also going to draw 2 contenders for the whip of shame for July. Yes. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you is my whip of shame for the month of June. I feel kind of out of sorts because I honestly forgot that I had to film today. I did not realize what day it was. I was like, oh my God, I have to film a Flosstube. All right, so anyway, I'm going to show you the whip of shame for the month of June first. I don't have any before pictures because I didn't take any before pictures. The goal for the whip of shame is to do 100. If you haven't seen this, my whip of shame is really old projects that I've had that are like I think all of them are now like at least 15 years old. This one is super old. This is Cuddly Bear Quilt that I got as a sunset kit back in 1994. So this is probably, honestly, is my oldest whip, the one I'm working on right now. 1994, so this one is 30 years old. I decided last month to start doing a whip of shame where I take a really old project and my goal is to do 100 stitches a day on it to give it at like about 3,000 stitches. I completely forgot about doing 100 stitches a day, and I realized yesterday, I'm like, I didn't do the 100 a day every day. So I was like, this was the only thing I worked on last night. So I have done a total this week of 628 stitches. I'll show you what I've done, and then I'll show you what I have left to do to get this thing done. So I got all of the little stars and everything and all the individual stitches. There was like 3 or 4 of them down here at the bottom. I got all that done. I finished the bottom border and I got the phrase done. And then I started on the border on the side over here. I got this star done, and I started on the border here. I got the little clouds part, cloud that it's sitting on. I got that all finished. And then I started back stitching the bear and the angel. So the pink that's in the scarf, those are just regular X's, but they were like not, they were part of like the detail chart, which the detail chart part side had the back stitching instructions, and that's where those were. That's why you're just now seeing them. I got the halo done. So the halo is a satin stitch, and then I just back stitched it. But yeah, the body of the angel's done. So what do I have left? Actually, that was starting to go into what I have left to do. Okay, so what do I have left? I have to back stitch the angel's hair. I need to do this arm, back stitch this arm and the head. I have to back stitch the scarf. I have these two stars right here to do. I have to do the side border here, and this star right here, and then I have to stem stitch the cloud outline right there. So so it's like that. So I have to stem stitch that, and then this thing will be done. So this thing is close to being finished, honestly. I think that if I work on it, I was telling Alara, I think I might try to make this like a focus piece and only work on this until it gets done, because I think I might be able to get it done by this weekend. Definitely get it done before July the 1st. I can't get it situated. But yeah, that's exciting, right? So yeah, I think the next time you see me, I'll have a finish on this right here. That'll be great. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to show you is from the Cricut collection. This is summer. I have all 4 of the seasons started. No, I don't. I'm a liar. I have all 4 of the seasons, but I haven't started all of them. But this is summer. I'm not doing it on the lilac color. I think that some of the stitching kind of fades a bit too much on it. So I'm doing mine on a 28 count Lugana in the color Mystic 2/2. Ah. Here we go. And I've done 405 stitches on it. It's actually that dark blue, that's actually a pretty good representation of the color of the fabric. But I got the M done, and I have to finish the back stitching on the stems on the, well, this one and this one's done. I have to finish the back stitching on the carrot here, and there's one more carrot that goes here. And I gotta do the little tails that go at the end of the carrots. But other than that, like, the actual letter is done, and I moved over to the E. So this is the second M in summer, and I moved over to the E. So yeah, that's coming along nicely. I like it. Yeah, so they have spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then they have all the months as well. I don't have the months, I have all the seasons. I would like the months. And I feel like they might have some holidays, I'm not sure. Anyway, oh my god. Oh, Fuddruckers, I need mine. tablet. Hang on. I need my tablet. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is a new start, and this is from the Cross Stitch Studio. This is Be Still. This is technically a restart. I started this a few years ago, and I didn't like my choice of fabric. I was originally doing this on a 22 count hardanger 2/2 full cross, and I did not like that at all. Yeah, so I opted to restart it. Okay, so Be Still by the Cross Stitch Studio. Artwork is by Abraham Hunter. And it's $9.79 by $7.37, and I want to say it has like 133 colors. I was trying to see if it said the number of colors anywhere. It doesn't. Oh, hang on, sorry. This was like my first big full coverage purchase. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. So I decided to restart it, and I am doing this on a 28 count easy count Lugana, and I'm doing 2/1 tent stitch. I had to think about what I was doing for a minute. I'm doing 2/1 tent stitch, and I did an upper right hand corner start, and I'm doing it on the diagonal with parking. So I did 634 stitches on this. Is that what I wrote down? Yeah. I did 634 stitches on this. And so I have 634 stitches done out of 721,523. I am at 0.09% complete. So yeah. That's that so far. It'll be fun to watch this come along from the right side as opposed to the left side of the picture, because I usually do an upper left-hand corner start. But with the parking, I decided to just start in the upper right-hand corner because I'm still doing that experiment where I'm trying to do stitch on the diagonal. But if I am doing tent stitch, which is the half cross, then I want to do right to left instead of left to right to try to put my stitches going in the opposite direction of the diagonal that they're going in, to see if that keeps me from getting lines. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is another Cross Stitch Studio piece. This is Catching Rays. Artwork is also by Abraham Hunter. This is 1200 by 900. It has 134 colors. This is my biggest project. It's 1,080,000 stitches total. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And being on the diagonal kick, I started converting this to diagonal. I'm doing this 1/1 full cross on a 32 count easy count Lugana. Did I finish that page that was almost done? No, I did not. I said screw it, and I went up to the top and I started working on this in a diagonal because that is my jam right now. So I'll show you the rest of it in a minute, what I have done so far, but this is where I worked. So I put my pattern, I put diagonals on the pattern in Pattern Keeper, and I just started working here, but then I also came down here once this second, because I think I did one and it ended like here, and then diagonal number 2 was right here, and then following it down, I got this little bit right here. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on the diagonal here, and then I'll come down here and get this one done, and I'll just keep doing it like that. Yeah. Those are the 3, almost 4 pages I've done so far on it. Looks really good. I like it. I have done, so I got, oh, let me move these out of the way. Catching rays. I did 500 stitches on this, and I have done a total of 25,474 stitches out of 1,080,000, and I am at 2.36% complete. Only 97% and change to go. Only 1,040,000 stitches to go, thereabouts. 1,050,000. Oh man, there's so many stitches. But it's gonna be so pretty when it's done. Okay, last piece I'm gonna show you. I did not work on Honeymoon Sunset this week. Wah, wah, I know. But I was trying to get caught up on Cuddly Bear Quilt, and then today was filming day. So anyway, last thing I'm going to show you, I did work on my other focus piece, which is the Heaven and Earth Design Cell. This is a closed stitch along, so you can no longer join it. But this is not what I wanted. So we had 10 options that we could pick from for the Haid Cell, and I opted for Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 2 from Amy Stewart. This is 300 by 205. It has 90 colors. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Parts 1 and 2 have been released. Part 3 will get released on Monday. So my number will go down regarding my percentage. I'm doing this 2/110 stitch on a 28 count easy count Lugana. I stuck with my plan of working on the right hand side. Let me just show you. So I stuck with my plan of going on the right hand side, going down in columns, kind of like a version of the typewriter method, where I picked a symbol in a block, worked that thread until it ran out, and then I picked the next symbol in that block, and I just kept going down in the column until that block was done. So this column and this column are now complete. I am working on this column right here. That one is almost complete. And I'll just keep doing it that way. When part 3 gets released, I feel like, because there's only 6 full pages of this, and then some partial pages. So I feel like the next installation of this for this particular piece is going to be 1 and some partial pages. And then the last one would be the final page with the rest. I don't know how they're going to do it. But anyway, for parts 1 and 2 so far, I have done a total of 27,500. Oh, well, hold on. I did 1,029 stitches on this. So for parts 1 and 2, I have done a grand total of 27,585 stitches out of 44,315 for parts 1 and 2. There's 61,500 stitches total for this piece. But for parts 1 and 2, I'm at 62.25% complete. So there's that. So of course my percentage complete is going to drop down once part 3 gets released. And I was realizing the other day that I'm gonna have to work on this more than once a week because I have not been getting my 1,200 stitches a week like I was hoping I would to stay caught up on this thing. I'm starting to fall behind, so I'm gonna have to work on this for a few days a week to get caught back up on it. Next year, I ain't doing this mess again. I got suckered into this Sal by evil people. Suckered, I tell you. And I don't want to do focus pieces next year. I don't like it. I don't like having focus pieces. Okay, so let's mark off my board real quick. Oh wait, hold on. We got to update the little board. So on this, I'm counting how many stitches I get done on my whip of shame. And then we're counting down how many stitches I have left for the 2 focus pieces I have. So give me just a second. Let me find my calculator. All right, so Cuddly Bear Quilt. I have done Cuddly Bear Quilt, where is it? I did 628 stitches. So this is a total. Well, you know, I'm glad I went gung-ho on this because I've done more than 100 a day on this. So if I only did 100 a day, I definitely would not have gotten this done. Because so far I've done 3,202. And if I had done 100 a day, I would only have 3,000. So the Haid Sal was 34,944 stitches left total. Whoops. Hang on. How do I clear? Oh, delete. 34,944 minus 1,029. So I have 33,915 stitches left. So there's that. And then I've done 1, 2. Oh, I didn't show you one of my whips. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is, the milestones done are going from 163 to 168 completed for the year. I don't even know why I'm still counting that, because the whole purpose of those milestones was shot all to hell when I changed my plans for the millionth time this year. I forgot to show you one of my whips. I put it back in my to be worked on bag because I had 2. The Calendar Girls series, I had pulled 2 of them out. So I put it back in my bag to be worked on in case I worked on the other one. Okay, so sorry, the last whip I'm going to show you is from Little House Needleworks. This is Calendar Girls from 2014. That is what it's going to look like with so the one I started is June. I want to do all of them. I have fabric for all of them, and I've started some of them. And I'm doing this 2/2 full cross with the called for DMC on a 32 count Legacy Lugana from Picture This Plus. And I got 505 stitches on her. And basically the top half of her is done. So what's left is her skirt and her feet, the vine that goes along the side here, and then the word June with the beehive that's sitting on a little stand thing. So I just have to do this, this, and this. And then she'll be done. Whoopsies. Forgot to show that. I thought I was forgetting something. It's like, man, I blew through those whips that quick. I thought I had done more than that. moment, please. Bear with me. Gracie? Hello. Gracie's over here sleeping on the couch. Gracie's sleeping on the couch, but I woke her up when I said her name. Okay, so let's update my big board with my Blue's Clues marker. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to mark off is Be Still. And the next thing we're going to mark off is Calendar Girls June. And then Catching Rays. And then Summer. I'm not marking off my Whip of Shame or my focus pieces. Oh, it's right here. Oh my God. Summer. I'm like doing some acrobatics here trying to get to this. Right there. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do real quick is we are going to draw 2 projects out that could be the Whip of Shame for the month of July. So I'm going to pull out the 2 that it could potentially be. Then I'm going to pause the video and grab them so I can show you what they look like. And then we'll pull out my projects for next week. So the first one is Magnificent Wizard. And then the second one is Bless This Nest. So I'm going to pause the video, get those 2 projects, and I will be right back. Okay, so the first one that I pulled out was Magnificent Wizard. This is a really old Dimensions kit that I was riding the struggle bus with last year. But it's a really old Dimensions kit, gold collection from 2002. So it is 22 years old. It is old enough to drink. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Nowhere close to being finished. So this will not be a finish for the month of July. And I'm doing it with the called for stuff. And it's a, what is it? I'm gonna count, 18. I had to double check if it was 16 or 18. It's on an 18 count black Ada. And make sure I show you the right direction. That is my starting point with it. So there's that one. And I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe get this video uploaded tonight to give you guys a few days to vote. Because I'd like you to vote on which one I should do. And I want to give you guys time because I would have to switch over. Actually, no, you know what? Because I should have, okay. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick which one I'm going to do this month. Because I wanted to give you guys time to vote, but when I get Cuddly Bear Quilt done, I'm probably going to the next day switch over to the next Whip of Shame. So that won't give you guys time to vote, really. The next one is Bless This Nest. This is a really old Bucilla kit from, I think, 2014, so not as old. It's pretty tiny. I showed you this project like last month. This was the one I did like 50 stitches on it. And that's my starting point for that. I'm thinking, where's the chart? I'm trying to think if this one could potentially be a finish. Hang on a second. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, like 75. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So it's about 7,500 stitches, not counting the back stitching. It's approximately 7,500 stitches, and I have a good chunk of the bottom done. I wonder if I could get this thing close to being done. I think I'm gonna pick this one because I feel like maybe I could get this thing pretty darn close to being a finish. I think. I think I could get it close enough to being a finish that maybe I could like focus on it for a few days at the end of July, beginning of August, and get it done, which would knock another finish out. So I think I'm going to pick this for my whip of shame for the month of July. And then what I'll do in July is midway through July, I'll actually pick the whip of shame for the month of August early enough that you have time to vote. So it's not like this where it's like, oh, well, it's still June, but there's only like, 2 days left, 3 days left in the month of June, because July 1st is on Monday. And also I'm going to be done with Cuddly Bear Quilt, and I want to say like maybe 2 days, 3 days tops. So once that's done, I'll go ahead and switch over to this one. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that I can get this done, and Magnificent Wizard will just have to sit there and be patient and wait. So yeah, so Bless This Nest will be the whip of shame for the month of July, and let's all have big hopes and dreams that I can get that thing done. We'll see. Okay, time to pick my projects for next week. So I'm going to draw 10 pieces out. So I'll have my Honeymoon Sunset, the Hate Cell, and then the Whip of Shame for the focus pieces, plus 10 other projects to pick from. First one is the Sewing Desk. And this is from Amy Stewart from Heaven and Earth Designs. And it is regular size, regular colors, 525 by 375, and it has 87 colors. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And let me find it in here. Right here. Kept putting my hand on it to move it out of the way to find it. I'm doing a 2/1/10 stitch on a 25 count easy count Lugana. This one I have done a center start on it. And you know what the hell, maybe I'll convert this into a diagonal and just yeah, I don't know if this one, I don't know if I'm going to do it in a diagonal, convert it into a diagonal, or if I'm going to keep doing it this way, just kind of cross country. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But I am currently 4.51% done on it so far. So that's my starting point for that one. Okay, next up. Calendar Girls August. I have already started this one. Oh, you know what I was going to do? So, and I was going to say this before I started pulling projects out. I think this week what I might try to do is if I have already worked on something once and I pull it out, I'm going to try, sorry, I'm going to work on those pieces before I work on the other ones. I've already worked on Calendar Girls August once. Now I gotta find it. Here it is. So I'm doing it on the same fabric as Calendar Girls June. It's the 32 count Legacy Lugana from Picture This Plus. And this is what August is gonna look like. So my thing is I want to work on stuff twice and then set it aside. And if it's, I have it marked on my board that if it's seasonal and I work on it twice, I'm going to set it aside and just keep rolling. If it's a non-seasonal, because I have a total of 62 projects to pick from. If it's a non-seasonal piece and I work on it twice, I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to draw another non-seasonal piece out of my my stuff I have in my closet. I'll draw a replacement whip for the non-seasonal stuff that gets worked on twice. However, if I work on something twice and it is almost done, I'm going to work on it a third time to finish it off. This is my starting point with Calendar Girls August. I might work on this a third time to get this done. I have to do the book that she's holding with her little hands, her dress and her feet, and then the vine and the word August and the stack of books. So I might have this be a third working day on it. Okay. But like that would get worked on before the sewing desk because I've already worked on that once and I have not worked on the sewing desk yet. And I want to start getting some of these things marked off because once I work on them and they're done on my board, we're going to draw a line through it. And I want to get to that. Sunflower Garden is next. And I have started this one, right? No, I have not. This will be a new start. Oh, I was thinking of Sunflower Mandala. Sunflower Garden is in here somewhere. This will be a new start from Dimensions. It's a petite, it's a gold collection petite, and that is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is a full coverage piece, like every bit of it is stitched. But that'll be a new start. And I'm going to do whatever, with the called for stuff, whatever comes in the kit. 16 count ivory Aida, maybe. Is that right? 18 count ivory Aida. I was close. So I'll do it on this Aida here. It's gonna be tiny, huh? But it's a lot of stitches, so it's not gonna get done this year. Try to get that folded so I have a center. I don't know if I'm gonna start in the center with that or if I'm gonna do an edge. I don't know yet. Okay. Next up is Birdhouse Gardens. I've worked on this once already. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs. Oh, I think this was the first piece I converted to diagonal, which got me going on all of them. All right, Birdhouse Gardens from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Ciro Marchetti. It is 600 by 420. It has 90 colors. That is what it's gonna look like when it's done. I did an upper left-hand corner start, and I'm doing it 20, I'm doing it on a 20 count, easy count Aida, 2/2 full cross. Back up. 2/1 full cross. This is my starting point, and I am currently 2.24% complete. So there's that. So this piece, because it is such a large piece, I will not work on it a third time. I'm gonna try to make it a priority to work on this week as over something I haven't worked on yet, so that I can knock it off the list. But it will get set aside after that second time. Okay, next up is Family Vacation. I pulled this last week, but I did not work on it. Another piece from Heaven and Earth Designs from Amy Stewart. Where did it go? Bear with me. Here it is. That's not what I wanted. So I got the max color, so it's 700 by 469, and it has 237 colors. I said this is from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artworks by Amy Stewart. I really like this piece. It reminds me of National Lampoon's Vacation and the Family Truckster. And also like every family vacation that's like it's very, I don't know how family vacations are in other parts of the world, but this is a very American summer vacation like scene almost. Like I don't know. I love it with all the bumper stickers on the car and everything. I heart this piece a lot. But it is not a new start. I started this earlier this year. And I'm doing it 1/1 full cross on a 30 count like China fabric. I got it from a store on AliExpress. And when I measured it out, I think it's 30 count. I am currently 0.12% complete. I'll probably convert this into diagonal too. I'm really on this diagonal with Park and Kick. I don't know. We'll see how long this lasts, right? Y'all know how I can be. Like I get on a certain style of stitching for a couple months and then I'm like, this is the worst. I need something else. Although I have been tempted to try doing extreme cross country on one of my full coverages. I don't know which one I would do yet though. I want it to be a new start, so I want it to be like a fresh extreme cross country. Next up is Welcome. This is a kit from Artiste. I have not worked on this one yet. I started this last year. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is my starting point. I'd say I'm probably, what, maybe 50% of the way done? Almost 50%. If it, maybe not 50%, but close to 50. Maybe 40% done. Because the letters that are completed, the back stitching is done. Like the C, the O, and the M, those are completely done. So okay, number 7. Sunny Waves. This is a black work piece from Peppermint Purple. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. The printing is not the greatest. My printer was apparently running out of ink when I did that. And this is my starting point. Hang on. One moment. I wanted to put this on my board so I could show you a little bit better. Okay, which way does this go? I believe it goes this way. Yes. I'm doing it on a 14 count Aida with 1 strand of the called for floss DMC. That is my starting point. It's funny how black work is like so different than just regular back stitching. It's like a specific style of stitching. But I really enjoy it. It's like designer back stitching. Okay. All right. Number 8. Hedgehog. This is exciting. This one will definitely get a 3rd go round if I don't get it done with the 2nd stitching session. So this is a piece, was a supplement to the World of Cross Stitching for one of their 2019 magazines. I got it off a freebie table at a retreat that I went to. And I'm doing it on a 14 count white Aida. And this is where I'm at with it. Y'all might not see a lot of stitching from me next week, like a number of projects, because I want to try to get the bear quilt done. And I want to try to get this thing done. I want to try to get this little guy done. I might be able to get him done, guys. Because what I have left is I have to finish the lid for the box. And there's a bow on it, right? And then I have to finish his little porcupine. Not porcupine, he's a hedgehog. What am I talking about? I have to finish his little spikies, right? And then I have to put some back stitching in them. And then I have to fill this in right here and fill in, I think there's a little dark blue here, and then do the blue here and then back stitch the box. Because the tag is done and his face is done. I did the side of the box over here, but I didn't go up because I still had stitching I had to do there. But I might try to get him done too. 2 finishes in 1 week. Wouldn't that be wild? Wild. Wild. That's exciting. Okay. We'll see if I can get him done this week too. That'd be great. Okay. Number 9. Hello, Summer. This is a whip. I'm laughing. Okay, listen, if you guys don't have a dirty sense of humor, you're not going to think this is funny. But I will forever think of this piece as the penis popsicle piece. This is from, I don't even know. It's so Emma. And it's a whip. I'm doing it on, I got it as a kit from a subscriber when she was getting rid of a bunch of her stuff. And I'm doing it on the call for stuff, which I want to say is like a 14 count Navy Ada. And all my popsicles, well, these 2 at least, look like a penis and testicles. And that's all I see now. Somebody pointed the penis part out to me, and then once I saw that, I saw the testicles next to it, and I'm like, oh my God. So it's now the penis popsicle piece. This is not going to be, even if I held out for a 3rd stitching session, this is not going to be done with the 3rd stitching session, I don't think, because I still have this entire, what do they call it? Bomb pops. I haven't even started. I have all the other ones started. And that was kind of my goal when I worked on this that one day, was to try to start all of them, but I still have to finish all of them. I still have to do this one, and I have to do the word hello. So we'll see where I'm at with that once, we'll see where I'm at with it once I work on it a second time. But this will be a priority this week because that is something that I worked on already once this season. I have a dirty mind. Like, you know, like I have the sense of humor of like a middle school boy because I grew up with a stepfather who was in the Navy, and I've worked in the medical field for like the past like 5,000 years. So like, and so I have this sense of humor of a middle school boy. So stuff like that is funny to me. And if it's not funny to you, well, if it's not funny to you, you're probably not watching me because you probably got offended and ran away. Anyway. All right. Last one. I hope it's a good one. It is Home Sweet Home. This is a kit from Design Works. I've already started it, but I have not worked on it yet this season. I'm doing it on the called for fabric, which is a 14 count black Aida. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I believe that is how it goes. That's my starting point. Pretty sure that's how it goes. So those are my 10 projects plus, so I've got those 10 projects to pick from. So, okay, so what are my plans going to be for this week? I want to finish Cuddly Bear Quilt. so I can get started on Irish Blessing, because I would like to try to see if I could get, not Irish Blessing, Bless This Nest. Wow. Let me start over. I'd like to finish Cuddly Bear Quilt because I would like to get a head start on Bless This Nest and see if maybe I could try to get a finish on it by the end of July. That'd be great. Then the projects I'm going to focus on working on first is going to be the Hayes Sow, because I want to get that done by the end of the year. Because if I can get it done by the end of the year, I get all the charts that were offered for the Sal, plus 2 charts off of her website of my choice. So I want the free stuff. So I want to get that done. I need to work on Honeymoon Sunset. I still have 5,804 stitches to get my challenge done that I'm doing with Alara. So I want to work on those focus pieces. And then Calendar Girls August, I want to try to maybe finish Hedgehog. What else did I pull? Oh my God. What are the ones that I really wanted to work on? Hedgehog, Calendar Girls August. Were those the only 2 I pulled that I had already worked on so far this? Yeah, so the rest of it, if I can get to it, great. If not, oh, and Birdhouse Gardens. Birdhouse Gardens. So those 3 I will definitely, the 3 out of the ones I pulled, those 3 I'll definitely work on because I want to get those done so I can cross them off or put one more box next to them to get them worked on a 3rd time. And then the rest of it, if I can get to it, great. If not, oh well. We'll just pull them again in the future. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. And if you like what you had to see, go, and you're not already subscribed, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. And I think that's it. So yeah, take care, stay safe, happy stitching, get a lot of stitches in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.